Good morning, folks. Welcome back. It is day 2 in the Smokies, and I had a decent night at the shelter last night. Had company. It was 4 guys. One guy slept in his tent behind the shelter. The other 3 guys were in the shelter with me, and didn't sleep great, but I slept. That's all that matters. So, because I got a big day today, 22 miles. I left the shelter at 6:22, got some water at the spring, which was about 1/10 of a mile past the shelter, and forgot my trekking poles right after I left the shelter, but I figured I'd just go back there after getting my water because I had to pass the shelter anyway. So didn't want to leave them, and I'm back on the trail at 6:39, so about an hour and a half into it, give or take, with some stop time to take pictures and make a phone call because I finally had a signal. So anyway, I wanted to let you guys know. I'm gonna start walking here while I talk. I don't like to linger too much in one spot because I got 22 miles and I'd like to get to the shelter before sunset, but I could talk and walk at the same time. So anyway, I want to let you guys know that I didn't mention this before. I was looking in the shuttle options for this trip because there's not too many places where you can park a car in the Smokies when you're doing the AT, but you can manage it. So how I did it is I hired an Uber, because I looked into shuttles at first and they wanted $200 to $300, anywhere from $200 to $300 to shuttle to Newfound Gap, since I cut the trip short, as I said, on account of working the previous day. And I didn't want to pay that kind of money for a shuttle. And they only have designated pickup points. For instance, the Asheville Regional Airport would have been one. Excuse me, I have to look down a lot because I don't want to trip over these rocks. But I live about 15 miles northeast of the airport, so I didn't want to do that and pay that kind of money. So I looked into Uber. I got an Uber which picked me up at my house and dropped me off at Newfound Gap for only $100. So if you're thinking about doing this, that's a viable option. So that's what I did. My friend is picking me up at the Fontana Dam Road tomorrow because this is a 3-day backpacking trip, 43 miles. And like I said, I'm going to come back in the fall, and option I was thinking of there, I'm going to call and find out what they would charge. But driving my car up to the Standing Bear Hostel, at the northern end of the Smokies, actually it's past the northern end, which is Davenport Gap, but they're right there, just like 2 miles beyond that. I'd park my car there and see if they could shuttle me to Newfound Gap for a reasonable rate, so I could hike back to my car and knock out the remaining, it was 33 point something miles. And that way the whole Smokies would be done on the AT. That section will be done. So I might do it sooner, but the fall, I was thinking about that because it's less crowded, and of course it'll be cold at that elevation. It's almost 6,000 feet, but that doesn't bother me. I come prepared. So that's a thought. Bears will be less active too, but we'll see. I might do it sooner. Anyway, I just want to let you guys know that, and stay tuned. I might not be a through hiker, but I am definitely going to be out here giving you not just the AT, but plenty more trips and plenty more trails. So anyway, let's get the stepping. Here's the tower in the clouds, so I don't think we're gonna have a view, but I'm gonna take you up there anyway. It's a long, winding, paved path. It's still cool to come up here, even if you don't have a view. views are pretty spectacular though when the clouds are gone. But it's just been very foggy and very cloudy once I crested above 6,000 feet elevation. Not too many people here. Looks like the clouds may be burning off soon, which would be great. It'd be perfect timing for my arrival. How's it going? Views are opening up a little bit. Might be a good day for views. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping, because I still have Siler's Bald, Thunderhead Mountain, and Rocky Top, where I could have some great views if the weather cooperates, because it's foggy on that side. There's a ridge walk here. Looks beautiful on that side though. Man, pretty excited about it. All right, so here on this section of trail, there have not been very many points of interest aside from the green tunnel. However, I wanted to make the viewer aware that if you're doing a SOBO here in the Smokies on the AT, well, right before Rocky Top and Thunderhead Mountain, it has been quite a few hill climbs here. It's not all downhill. Yeah, it's a lot more elevation gain coming from Fontana Dam to Clingmans Dome, but this way I lost about 2,000 feet of elevation coming down from Clingmans Dome, but it has been a consistent up and down for the first, well, for the last couple miles anyway, and I got another couple miles to Thunderhead Mountain, so I just wanted to make you aware. It's not all a walk in the park. You still got to put some work in, so but still well worth it and enjoyable. Looking forward to the great views because it's been a lot of sunshine. But like I said, I've been in the green tunnel for the majority of this trip. And unfortunately, as you saw, Clingmans Dome was surrounded by clouds. Started to break after I'd left there, but I couldn't hang around because this is a big day. And it is around 4 o'clock, and I'm only 16 miles in. Still have another 7 to go, so I'd like to make it before it gets too late so I can enjoy camp a little bit before sunset. So we got Thunderhead Mountain coming up, so I'm going to show you that, and Rocky Top is just below it, so stay with me. It's going to be fun. Never-ending climb. Still climbing. Been climbing for like 40 minutes. So look at all that behind me. There's still more ahead. You gotta love the Southern Appalachians. Bring you down just to go back up. It's about the journey though, right? Not the destination. So embrace the suck of all your hill climbs. That's part of the trip. Here's the views from Thunderhead Mountain. Coming up on Rocky Top. The azaleas are in bloom. It's beautiful, beautiful. All right, we're at the summit of Rocky Top. This is, in my opinion, one of the best views in the national park that I've ever seen. I think I've seen most of the best. Overlooking Fontana Dam, or Fontana Lake down there, because you really can't see the dam from here. But that is the lake. That's where I'm heading tomorrow. So I have another 16.1 miles once I start from the Russell Field Shelter to get to Fontana Dam Road. I have another 4 miles to get to Russell Field Shelter from here. But it is absolutely gorgeous. I'll show you right here is the actual official summit. And somebody left some rock cairns. Just amazing. More azaleas over there. Yeah, if you only do one hike in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, put this one on your list because it's definitely worth it. And you can start at Cades Cove and come up the Anthony Creek Trail, up Boat Mountain Trail, and hit the Appalachian Trail. Come 1.2 miles north from the Spence Field area, and you'll hit this spot. Make reservations for Spence Field Shelter if you want to get some added bang for the buck. So, next stop, Spence Field.